Hello again, everyone. I am sorry that that video cut off so abruptly. When I was making the screencast yesterday, I had to stop in the middle, and I thought I continued, but I guess once I continued, the program didn't capture the rest of my recording for about another 4 or 5 minutes. So I really wasn't done. So I know I started speaking about this aspect. I thought this was a great intro video, using that I Love New York vacation as a way to kind of like spark student interest, as a way to sort of start off the project was awesome. And I went through each of these tabs with you guys yesterday. But again, I hope I'm a little bit confused now because I had this all in my mind yesterday, so I apologize. It doesn't seem as fluid. But a great way to embed a Google map here, I think that was awesome. And then as you clicked here, this is great, to use that copy feature. I love that copy feature. I remember learning that a few years ago. I think, oh my God, what a wonderful little tool to use. And that eliminates so much of all of the problems of teaching students how to share and how to copy a Google Doc, especially if you're not using Google Classroom. That's kind of a really nice little tip there, which is absolutely wonderful. Okay, so then the creative writing module was awesome. That was so great. I love the directions. I love the use of the embedded document here, the highlighting. This is a great way to sort of build their sentences. I thought this was such a really skillful way. And again, the whole project flows so nicely. Like you've got the research and you're building the writing, right? Everything's kind of flowing through it. And then as they then get creative, now they've done the research, they've done the writing. Now they can now take that with this brochure. And this is one thing I really wanted to make sure everybody saw. I watched every one of these videos. I thought they were absolutely wonderful. Very, very well done, very easy to follow. And I also like how they were about 5 minutes in length each. And that's a really nice way to use that buzzword, chunk the material, right? Just to kind of break it down a little bit by little bit by little bit. Easy to digest, easy to swallow, really nice way to kind of go through all of this. And then giving the example brochure was absolutely wonderful. So students can really see this as a model what to follow. I think this is such an important part when we use technology, is to give students a model. Not that the brochure had to be exactly like this one was, but so they can get a better sense of what the expectations were is always a must. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And then the rubrics, again, were really well done. I thought they kind of flowed nicely. It was easy to kind of understand, each different criteria and level. So for the student to use this, again, if I was a student, I could easily then say, okay, if I had these errors, I missed this, I missed that. So this is a really nice thing. And again, if you use something like a rubric, excuse me, drop a microphone, Gubrick or any other sort of rubric tool, to make this kind of an automated experience for the teacher would be an awesome way to actually go through this. So there's all those things that you can use now for Google extensions and Google add-ons to make this an actual functional rubric. Is just a wonderful thing to actually incorporate with it. And then again, as I mentioned before, in your turn-in submission, the ISTE standards are really well implemented here. It's nice to just kind of put this here as a reference. And then again, I really like the overall use of the site. Now, I think this is the standard classroom template that was modified, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I know there's a new sites being released, and I know if you're on an education account, you might have already gotten it. I think for those of us who are, if you're using a personal account, you might not have seen it yet. But as I was sort of told, that the new sites will be easier to use, the template's more intuitive. One of the biggest problems with sites is the spacing and sizing. If you view this site now on a phone or mobile device, it might not look as well. The new sites kind of renders everything automatically to whatever device you're using, which is a great change. So just keep that in mind that these things are coming. So it's a great way to class announcements, and I love the useful links, and I love the little poll here. So this is a great example how, again, if you didn't have an LMS, if you weren't using Edmodo, you weren't using Schoology, again, you could use Google Sites with all these other products as a great way to kind of facilitate a blended learning experience for your students. So again, wonderful job. Sorry about the second video, but I wanted to make sure you saw and heard all of my feedback. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.